You too, Julian. Show 'em how it's done, man. Don't let up now. Keep hauling that cargo. That's it. The barrels and the chests. On the double. You too, Julian. Show 'em how it's done, man. Don't let up now. Keep hauling that cargo.
The silent monk does not even look at the wares he is loading, but keeps staring at some unseen horizon with no discernible emotion.
Barrels and the chests. On the double.
Raspy gusts of breath wheeze from the creature's badly mangled mouth as he lifts and drops cargo with automaton-like precision.
By the seven, these sacks weigh like lead. It's a disgrace I have to toil like this. I'm a magister, not a damn silent monk.
That's it. The barrels and the chests. On the double. Go on, you mute sacks of flesh. Put your backs into it. I'll not lose another day to the tide. The Lord Dread awaits. Its sails billow with Dallas's breath.
The Magister stops, barking orders. He sniffs the air like a predator, turns to face you, the wolf eyeing the deer.
I'm going nowhere right at this moment. Nowhere since something crossed my path and oh so very sharply piqued my interest. Tell me, have you ever been strung up by the hands? Your body swinging like a bell's clapper as your bones are being broken with cast iron rods? Respect. Try rancor.
He licks his lips. Dry.
See, I'd like to string you up too. Rack you with rods and leave you dangling over a puddle of your own blood and piss. Oh, no, that won't do at all. Innocence is a mask that doesn't fit you. I'm very good at what I do, see? I don't even need a sauce hound yapping at my side. There was a whiff of something in the air when you approached. A current of filth, that is to say, sauce. Best convince me I was mistaken.
He leans in closer and sniffs the air once more.
Interesting. So I was mistaken. Must have been ambition I smelt on you, not the magic that dare not speak its name. Very well. In that case, we'll forego the gallows and turn straight to the hunt. The very definition of your order's existence. Seems peaceful here, doesn't it? A quiet day in a quiet town. One but they do. Consider for a moment the dwarf. What is he? A mule? A beast of burden? But some defy that role. There are rats among them, dancing to their rat queen's tune. I've need of a rat catcher. Of course, I must depart post-haste. But Julian here will stay behind and be a good little parrot. Ask and he will answer.
Stay behind? But I've my orders. Same as you. Dallas.
Like I said, Julian is staying. And with that, I must be off. No hard feelings about the death threats, of course. How about we part shaking hands instead of stringing them up? How very heartwarming. One last thing. The Magisters here are diligent men and women. A stranger like you may run into troubles with them. Should this happen, just wave this piece of parchment in their eager little faces. My signature will placate them without fail, I assure you. Adieu and good luck. The Lord Dread awaits. The use of the gallows I pass on to you. The time has come, my stitched-lit lovelies. We set sail. Get on board and man your stations.
Left behind like a dog. Bah. 7 curses upon that ship.
The Magister is rubbing the dirt off his robes, none the worse for wear, apparently, from the blast of magic that knocked him off his feet.
You! The supposed source hunter! I'd be whining and dining aboard the Lord Dread if it weren't for you. Your meddling in Magister affairs had better be worth it. Yes, I am very much aware. Wasn't my damned head that hit the floor back there. Now answer me. Did you meet with a Magister caravan on your way into town? The hour's growing late and I'm beginning to worry something might have gone wrong. By the Bishop's bones, you saw it? Out with it, man. What happened? Void woken. That means source was used. Which means some third party must have attacked first. And I've a fair idea who that might have been. Raymond, that old goat. Always suspected there's more to the Driftwood dwarves than meets the eye. Hate to admit it, but I think he may be right. Too many things have gone wrong along Reaper's Coast to attribute to bad luck. Magister ships sinking, weapons disappearing, and as you've seen, a caravan attacked and destroyed. Rumour has it the Dwarvian Queen herself is behind these acts of sabotage. That is what I want you to prove. There's a local thug, Lohar. He runs an operation out of his hideout beneath the Black Bull Tavern. I suspect this man of being a spy for his queen.
It may be interesting to have a word with him. Find out what he's up to. Where I really want you to ferret around is Reaper's Bluffs, to the west of Driftwood.
It's wild territory, remote and hostile, where I believe the dwarves may have set up a base of operations away from prying eyes. Should you find any such place, and better yet, proof that Lohar is working in behalf of Queen Justinia, you will be handsomely rewarded, I assure you. They've always been snakes in the grass. Cheap labour, sure, and hard workers too. Half of them are their queen's spies. Her eyes, her ears, her poison-pouring hands. You know what Queen Justinia is like, surely. A tyrant and a master strategist to boot. In that case, go forth and let the hunt commence!
You'd swear the shark was smiling at you.
John, why, I offer nothing less than the wisdom of the ancients and
Vapid fiction, not the knowledge of the
hope you ain't looking for work in this dying town. Besides, you ain't got the look of a fisher about you, I'll tell you that much.
Hey, don't come visit Kekhan. Who will? I can turn aside fire.
Wouldn't you like to know?
But Boyd welcome. God knows what can stop those beasts. Cold feeling.
I miss Joe's mum. Hello, mister.
The little boy looks at you. He picks his nose.
You be careful. My daddy's a magister. No, he's not. His daddy's a fisherman like most daddies round here. We're waiting for our friend. He went for a swim. He'll be back soon. He went swimming all the way to Fort Happy. Fort Joy? That's what I said. Fort Joy. He's going to find his mum and bring her back. That's right. I think he's an idiot. And when he gets back, I'm going to tell him so. Hello, mister.
The little boy beside her.
We're waiting for Joe. Hello, mister.
The little boy.
We're waiting for... I miss Joe's mum.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Keeping it together, Reed. I'm all right.
Hackles raised, the dog barks at the sand built up beneath the building.
There's something not right, and that's wrong. It's under the house thing there, and it's bad. I can smell it. You be careful now. What's under there smells real bad. It smells evil.
Driftwood Fishworks.
I don't care if we tear this place apart plank by plank. We will find him.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you
You
tell them...
blast! Well, if you do see anything odd, report it immediately. There is a foul creature lurking in one of these shadows, and we will find him.
The stink of beer almost covers up the stink of fish.
A sorcerer. He arrived dressed as a tinkerer, but then Magisters started disappearing. As soon as we asked him about it, he fled. Who knows what he's done with our divine brothers? Why else would he run? If he had nothing to hide, he would have nothing to fear. Besides, he was seen with the effects of one of our company. I dread to think how he came about them. We chased him to this factory, but lost him on the docks. Now, I have a patrol to complete. If you see anything, tell me.
You can get back to work.
The dwarf peers at an expertly dissected fish, gently poking its innards with his knife.
Fascinating. Most fascinating. Oh, my... what do you want? I'm gutting fish. What else? Nothing wrong with taking pride in your work.
The dwarf grimaces and points the tip of his knife at it.
Whatever's wrong with these fish is causing a lot of hardship for a lot of folk. I want to figure out what's happening to them. See if there's anything that can be done. I didn't always work here, stranger. We dwarfs aren't all burps and brawls as much as your kind seems to think we are. Yes, as it happens. I need to see the effects of eating these fish, firsthand, if you understand me. Wonderful. Now, there's 3 samples that I wish to learn more about. Care to choose?
The fish instantly churns your insides. Everything turns black. A sudden vivid sensation of floating in darkness assails you. There's something in there with you. Something. Hungry and corrupt. You can't breathe. You can't breathe. The dwarf suddenly drifts back into view, peering at you with fascination.
How do you feel?
A stream of black bile suddenly erupts from your mouth and across the dwarf's boots. He doesn't even look displeased.
I see. Well, I'm sure it was nothing but a side effect of the fish. Speaking of which, I've learned a great deal from observing you. I owe you a great debt.
The dwarf puffs up his chest and proudly gestures to the fish.
The fish is indeed malignant. Humans are affected by it in the same manner as other species. Thank you, but no. I can only allow for 1 specimen per volunteer, or my findings could become flawed. The fish you ate is known as crimson bream, quite a fast, vicious breed. It's often used in the creation of ferocity mixtures. But those use regular specimens, not this kind. Who is to say what might happen if you brewed a ferocity mixture with a crimson bream that's been touched by the void itself? The effects could be quite potent. Seek out somewhere that peddles ferocity herb mixes, but make an addition. One of these, unique breams. So, now my work must continue, as soon as I've got in my quota of fish, of course. Farewell, stranger.
The dog sniffs the wooden decking, like there's something wrong.
Something's wrong. Something's wrong, and it's not right. I don't know, but there's something wrong, and it's underneath the floor. Easy for you to say, mister. You're not smelling what I'm smelling.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the magisters.
You look the kind of ruffian who can keep a secret. Fancy a good time? Head downstairs in the Black Bull Tavern. Tell the lummox blocking the way that Blathin gave you a tip-off. Chris is still the favourite. If I bet against him, I could win big.
Joe's mum smelled nice. The water looks nice. This fish is ugly. This fish.
junk.
Careful, I've spotted a trap. Look out! I see a trap nearby. Careful! I've spotted a trap.
This place stinks, but some of those barrels look interesting.
One barrel of fish stands out from the others. It's sealed and marked with a cross. Something about it seems familiar. Dripping with liquid sauce, this barrel is sealed and marked with a cross. From the barrel you sense a familiar power. It thrums in your bones, in your soul. Nothing stirs in the dank and stinking basement, and yet you feel an imminent presence. Dripping with liquid sauce, this barrel, nothing stirred. Inside, you find not fish, but weapons. Powerful weapons. The kind of weapons the Magisters took from the hollow marshes.
Blood. Come play with me, Iffin. Come die with me. Come play with me, Iffin. Come die with me. Come play. Come play with me, Iffin. Come die with me. into the dark with you.
One barrel of fish stands out from the others. One barrel of fish stands...
The stink of beer almost covers up the stink of fish.
As long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends.
Hello, mister.
The little boy beside her looks at you.
We're waiting for Joe.
Here I still am, and here you still are. Adrift in bloody driftwood. Yes? Have you anything to report? Hid 'em right under our very noses. A marvellous find indeed. But I don't suppose you actually saw Lohar or one of his cronies handle these weapons in person. A pity. But we mustn't be deterred. This smuggling operation must be part of the bigger conspiracy that I suspect is taking place somewhere in the treacherous Reaper's Bluffs. I trust I'll continue to have your unmitigated support and loyalty as a matter of course. Speaking of loyalty, here's a little incentive to keep up the good work. Don't you let up now, you hear?
Dwarves had a kingdom, and we will have it back. I won't always be sweeping, I'll be riding horseback. We dwarves had a kingdom, and a proud knight was I. I won't always be sweeping, for my kingdom I'll die.
I don't come visit your ton. Who will?
Heavens to Bessie, another one. More queer folk than commoners in Driftwood these days. Just look at you. Tame owl. Eyes of a wolf. You don't come from no farm. Anyway, tavern's just down the road. Can't miss it. 'Cause that's where all the queer ones go. Clanking dwarves, dozy lizards. I even saw him drag a voidwoken down there in the dead of night. Don't know what's going on in that tavern, but it must be a freak show in there.
Maybe I'm glad I ain't pulling carts of stinking fish round no more. But what's a beast to do if not pull? How can a beast enjoy this, when he's no notion of what his future holds? I'll be spooked till I'm securely hitched up again.
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much. You're safe among friends. Never forget.
Leave me alone, Dallas, you nasty woman.
Figure this out.
I'm going to cured, sorcerer. You can stay with the dirty lizard and John's mum.
I'll comb this place.
You see a man, well-fed and wealthy, but stress has lined his face and narrowed his waist. He tries to ignore your presence, fails. He sighs.
See here. I'm very busy. The factory is crawling with magisters, and our shipments to Arks are held up. Time is money. Don't waste my money. What do you want? Fish. This is a fish factory. I'm shipping fish to Arks. Now, please, there's the door. I suggest you, when you've been in business as long as I have, you learn that there's a market for everything. You just have to find it. Or
a dark shadow passes across his face.
Sometimes it finds you. That's privileged information. I have a trade to protect. An excellent point. Well made. The answer to your question is, unsurprisingly, a man in a house. A man in a house buys all the void-tainted fish I can send him.
That dark shadow crosses his face once more.
Not that I've ever met the man. Not sure I want to, if I'm honest. Absolutely not. I don't give away sensitive information like that to anyone who just asks for it. And I don't— That really is enough now. I'm asking you to leave. Good day. If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
I still am, and here, yes? Have you any... The rat bar. A pity. This smug... I trust I'll... Speaking of loyalty...
Oh, we dwarves had a kingdom, and we will have it back. I won't always be sweeping, I'll be riding horseback. We dwarves had a kingdom, and a proud knight was I. I won't always be sweeping, for my kingdom I'll die. Evanston. Best just look it anyway, 'cause that's where... Don't know.
Maybe I'm glad I ain't pulling carts of stinking fish round no more. But what's a ears hoping? I've heard many a bull that's been sold off after the work's dried up.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
You see a man, well-fed and wealthy, but stress has lined his face and narrowed his waist. He seems to be expecting you. He offers you a large and rusted key.
You took your time. The Magisters are searching the place, and Lohan needs to get his stuff out of the basement if he doesn't want to lose it. Good. And if you get caught, I know nothing about it, and this conversation never happened. Good day.
He gives you a strange look.
It's where it always is. Lohar did send you, right?
He eyes you suspiciously.
Well then, you'll know where the hatch is. It hasn't moved. You're sure you're with Lohar? Lohar will be happy once his weapons are safe from Raymond and other prying Magister eyes. The hatch is in the eastern wing of the factory. Don't be seen using it. Good day.
He gives you a look of dark warning and return. You turn away and mark the location on your map.
If any of you see so much as a rat's hair out of place, you tell the Magisters. Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
I'm Alexander. You're the sorcerer, Mary Lane.
Oh, I'm always the sorcerer.
You see a man, well-fed and wealthy. He tries to...
See here, I'm very busy. The factory... Fish. This is a fish factory. I'm shipping fish to Arx. Now please, there's the door. I suggest when you've been in business...
A dark shadow...
Sometimes it... That's privileged in... An excellent point.
That dark shadow cross...
Not that I've ever met the man. Not sure I want to, if I'm honest. Absolutely not. I don't give a... That really is enough now. I'm asking you to leave. Good day.
He glances up, recognizes you.
If I didn't ask you to leave before, I'm asking you to leave now.
He glances up,
I'm busy. Goodbye.
He looks surprised. Might be faking it, might not.
What weapons? What basement?
He swallows, like he has a lump in his throat.
You look like the kind of person who's very forgetful, with the right motivation. I have a sum of money in my pocket. It adds up to a very good time in the tavern. Glad to hear it. You'd just be buying yourself trouble in this town. What Julian doesn't know can't hurt him.
You're the sorcerer, Mary Lane.
Oh, I'm always the sorcerer. One more time. Please, Alexander, don't bish me.
Get her, Dallas. Get that sorcerer.
I'm just another useless elf. Might as well have rocked it. What's even the
If I ever go to Arx, I'm staying away from this black house.
You can figure this out. Come on.
Go away, Dallas, or I'll sorcery you. I'm going to see
You can figure this out. Come on.
You can stay there with the dirty lizards and Joe's mum until you're cured. Woohoo!
This is going nowhere.
Take that, sorcerer. Dallas, get her.
Come on, damn you. Think.
You're dead, Alexander. Alexander, you're dead. You have to stay dead until we say you're not dead anymore.
Here, mister. Alexander doesn't have to stay dead, does he?
This is going nowhere.
The three kids stare at the collar in awe. Then they stare at you in even greater awe.
Is that real? Yeah, it's real. I seen the one they put on Joe's mum before she got sent to Fort Joy.
A real source collar. This is the best day of my life. Come here, sorcerer. I'm gonna put a stop to your shenanigans for real.
The sorcerer screams and runs away. Dallas and Alexander in hot pursuit, all three children laughing.
Come on, life's at stake.
Don't send me away. I'm not a dirty lizard.
Who would do
Get her, Dallas. Get that sorcerer.
right about me? I'm just another useless elf.
It won't budge.
The dwarf is unnaturally still. You might mistake her for a corpse, were it not for a slight twitch of her eyelids. She calmly opens her left eye, then her right.
What do you want? Nah, nice quiet spot for a dwarf to get some shut-eye. Cobwebs, I reckon. Maybe some spiders and silverfish, rats. Nothing you want. Unless you collect cobwebs, I guess.
The dwarf unfolds her arms and shoots to her feet.
All right, human. Right, glad Lohar ain't left us here to wither. Those brutes are taking their sweet time down there. I gotta send word soon. Who knows? Anything that gives away what Mordus has been up to. Probably got all sorts of tricks for covering his tracks, but the goons downstairs should sniff out something. That weird priest's been hanging around Lohar for ages. Now he's vanished. Poof. Those half-wits below will know more. Get to it then. But tell the lunkheads that Glenn sent you before they bash your brains in.
Open the hatch then.
sorcerer! Back, sorcerer, back!
Please,
Come on.
Alexander, don't
Life's